Welcome back to Sanctuary Hills and this terribly shitty walkway that I created last time. I wanted to fix it somehow, but adding wooden supports was impossible because of the way the game works. So I opted with changing the entire walkway into a concrete platform across the entire settlement. This seemed like a very logical move because this entire place is also an insane asylum for the three crazies that I talked about. So there is nothing better than adding big fat concrete everywhere. The first thing that I needed was this big concrete pillar of 3 blocks on top of each other. In order to make sure they are all aligned properly, just start building a 3-story house and replace the floors with concrete, and you'll get this. It's rather simple. I began placing the concrete under the existing walkway. It was the easiest way to make sure the platform doesn't wander off into the side too much. I brought the concrete right next to the military houses and then went to the back entrance of the settlement where I initially began this entire fucked process. I deleted a part of the existing platform so I could extend the concrete a bit more, and once that was done, the back entrance was completely blocked off, so I deleted the inner concrete blocks to get an opening towards the gate. I still had that elevated platform in front, and I wanted to get rid of it. As I was deleting it, an idea came rushing into my face like an alien baby. Why not extend the concrete here as well and make a large concrete outpost? I started placing the blocks on both sides, but these houses were in the way, so I had to add extra blocks, which I then used to properly connect the pillars. I know that there are cheats and console commands which would make things easier, but the majority of you guys play on consoles, so you can't do that, and I feel like you'd prefer me to do things like this. Besides, building and making something pretty without cheating is a bit more satisfying. I deleted the extra blocks to give the feeling of concrete supports instead of walls, and then added floor stairs one after another all the way up to the platform. I like how everything nicely snapped together, and adding walls around the stairs was very simple, and it ended up looking great. The stairs are attached to the concrete walls that are on the sides, so they aren't floating, and it's all very nice and sensual. Now was the time to extend a new walkway towards the guardhouse, but first I wanted to test my jumping skills. I did it, and I was so proud of myself. I placed a shit ton of blocks the same as before, and I continued placing them back towards the military area. Once I got close to the house, I felt quite perplexed. I noticed that my balls started tingling, and that meant that I wanted to do something that would be very annoying. I decided to delete the entire house and simply connect it to the concrete blocks so that everything gets fluidly connected. Since the entire walkway is connected, extending the house with it should snap everything together easily. So I deleted the entire house and made a new house platform by connecting the blocks to the walkway. It went very smoothly, and I did the same thing with the other house. This way the entire settlement would have this very cool militarized platform that is clearly connected to other military buildings. I built the second house and added the wall and roof things facing the outer area of the settlement, just to make sure they have a clear view in case someone decided to masturbate in the woods. Once both houses were completed, I went back to the guard house. If you're stupid, then you probably don't remember that the guard house is also a military building. As such, it needed to be connected to the walkway as well. Since this particular building isn't a part of the military zone, separated with an extra junk fence, I needed to make sure it is designed in a way where crazy fuckers wouldn't be too much of a threat if they lurked around it. So I did what any logical human being would do. I added concrete blocks as walls to the actual building. This would make the entire building a massive citadel of glorious magnificence. I placed a few wall and roof things in the front side, since they do need a bit of light after all. We don't want the guards to go crazy too. Once the new guardhouse was done, I ran around the walkway to make sure I didn't miss anything, and I encountered this little section that seemed very useful as a butt sticks and rugs room, so I added stairs and walled it off. Small and secret room of butt rugs. The entire concrete monstrosity has been completed, and compared to that shitty walkway from before, I think this is magnificent. This entire roof will be fenced, but I didn't do it yet because it takes 20 years to do, and I kinda wanted to show you guys this design as soon as possible. The guardhouse is now a concrete building of potential insanity with 3 floors that are very fluidly connected with the stairs. The walkway leads towards the platform overlooking the back entrance to the settlement, and after going down the stairs we can see a nice modern design of glory, which could probably be improved in a few ways, but I'm liking it so far. Continuing towards the military zone, the pillars of the walkway add a nice touch. They are perhaps a bit thick, but a lot of people like thick things. The military houses are relatively simple, but what is more important is that they are very nicely connected to the walkway, which makes the entire experience of being in this settlement much better. This video is a bit shorter than usual, mostly because I spent a shit ton of time doing this and I didn't have enough time to do more. I hope you liked the design. I will be fencing it off, doing some other improvements and adding items and electricity next time. Thanks for watching and feel free to give me suggestions in the comments, they're always welcome. I have been Petard, your glorious lord, and may the blessings of Petardia eternally touch your butt.